As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her client's rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. But at what point are you going to resolve the resentment? At some point, you need to be the one going through something.
Objective, independent justice.
You can always turn your life around. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Alice and George Austin are suing their daughter and son-in-law, Matthew and Jessica Bond, in the amount of $4,700. Mr. Austin claims he caught Mr. Bond stealing money and says this was the last straw.
So, Mr. and Mrs. Austin, you're suing Matthew and Jessica Bond?
That's correct.
For $4,700?
That's correct.
And my understanding is that the Jessica is your daughter?
Yes.
Okay, so what brought about this lawsuit? And this is your son-in-law?
That's my son-in-law, yes.
So what brought about this lawsuit?
I caught him stealing $4,700 from my home. I've been continuously supporting him and my daughter during the course of their 5-year marriage. They've been together 7 years total. 5 years, he's been nothing but a lazy, trifling person, meaning he's not going to work, he's not handling his man responsibilities.
Like what?
He's not paying bills.
What about the man responsibilities he's
The
not?
manly responsibilities being going out and providing for your family with a steady, consistent job.
So let me talk to them a minute.
Yes.
Who's going to speak?
He's going to speak. Oh,
You have children?
yes, ma'am.
How many children you have?
2.
Okay, so do you work?
Oh, yes, ma'am, I work.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a bartender.
You're a bartender, and how long have you been being a bartender?
Oh, maybe 3 months.
3. So what were you doing before you were a bartender? For 3
I was
months?
consulting. I had a consulting job.
A consulting job? Consulting at what?
Oh, cryptocurrency and NFTs.
So when you met him, I'm going to ask you, Mrs. Austin. So when you first met him, he was working?
Yes.
Okay, and
Yes,
was he
ma'am.
providing for the family during that time? I'm talking to your wife now. Was he providing for the family?
Yes, he was providing for his family. He was doing the best he could.
Okay, what were they doing then? Were they living on their own? They had their own place?
Yes, they were living alone, and he was doing the best he could. And
Did he ever ask for help, financial help, Mr. Austin, during the time he was working as a consultant?
Yes, the entire time, ma'am.
The entire time.
The
So what
entire
kind of
time.
help over the last 5 years have you provided to your daughter and her husband?
Any kind of financial support that they needed. My son-in-law unfortunately ran up $100,000 in credit card debt.
When was this?
I don't know where he got that from.
Right. What made you think he had $100,000?
My daughter informed me that he had $100,000
did y'all have
in credit card debt.
$100,000?
Together, we had, you know, paying bills together.
$100,000?
Not that amount.
How much did you have?
We had like 50.
$50,000.
Yes.
Does that sound right to you?
Yeah, a little bit.
You had $50,000 in debt? With that debt, did they come to you and ask y'all for help?
Yes, they did. I did the transactions with him man to man.
So if you had to guess, or maybe you know, about how much money have you given them over these last 5 years? Do you have an idea what that is?
Yes, ma'am,
How
I
much
do.
money have you given
I would say
them?
that I've probably given them over $30,000 cash in the last 5 years.
Okay. Is that true? Have y'all gone to daddy and mama a few times and say, we need money for this, we need money for that?
No.
The son-in-law.
Did you ever ask your father-in-law for help?
I ain't gonna lie, I did.
Okay, how many times did you ask him for
I
help?
could say maybe one time.
So just one time in 5 years you asked him for help. What was that time?
Well, it was for her birthday. She said she want to go out of town, and that's where he get that $2,500 from.
Right. Did you give him back the $2,500?
No.
So you didn't give him back. Why not?
Because he didn't tell me I have to. He told me if I bring her and the kids every Sunday, we'll be cool. That's
So
what
he
told
said,
me.
I'm going to give you $2,500, but you got to start bringing my grandchildren and my daughter over to the house every Sunday. Is that
Every
right,
Sunday.
Dad?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. So did you do that?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So why are we here now?
Because he has not repaid the money that, number one, the $2,500 that I lent him, but also I caught him stealing
$4,700. So we're here because you say he stole $4,700 from you.
That's correct, yes.
Did you steal the money?
No, I didn't.
Do you know
Not
anything
true.
about this?
Yes, and it's not true at all.
Okay, so you have any proof?
Yes, I do.
What kind of proof do you have?
I submitted a video of him. I set up a nanny cam because I noticed amounts of money were missing out of my secret room.
At your house?
That's correct.
Okay, do you have that ready for me to see it?
Yes,
okay.
I can't believe you would read this.
I don't remember that.
So what's going on there?
I don't know. I don't
That's
know.
you,
I don't-
but it's you.
Yeah, it look like me.
No, it's you.
Nah.
Is that him, ma'am?
Yes, it is.
Okay, even your wife says you. So what's going on there?
I mean, he told me that it was okay for me
No,
to
no,
take some money.
first, I don't know if it's me. I don't think it looks like me.
Well,
So now what is it? Is it you?
yeah, it was me. It was me. I ain't
Okay.
gonna lie. Yeah, it was me.
Okay.
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
Me and my dad had an ordeal where they said, hey, you know, I'll give you money, and anytime that you need money, you can come back into here.
That wasn't somebody that had proof. Listen now. Don't be naive, honey.
And later,
I hear a bunch of commotion in the backyard, and it is his dog has tunneled under the fence.
Okay.
He ran up, attacked my dog.
closed captioning provided by Supreme Justice is back with the case of Alice and George Austin, who are suing their daughter and son-in-law Matthew and Jessica Bond for theft.
Somebody got you in their house, sneaking in their room, going through a drawer, taking money, putting it in your pocket, and walking out. Had you ever seen this video?
Yes, I did see this video. My dad showed it to me
Right.
and my mother.
Right.
And he basically did this to, you know, showing us what he wanted us to see. Like he's stealing money, and that wasn't the case. My husband told me what happened.
What
once we
happened?
drove.
What did your husband tell you happened?
He said that he and my dad had an ordeal where they said, hey, you know, I'll give you money, and anytime that you need money, you can come back into here.
That wasn't somebody that had proof. Listen now. Don't be naive, honey.
It looks like the door was unlocked.
Yeah.
I'm at home.
This is in your parents' home.
But Dad, you...
I mean, have you
lock it.
allowed this man to pull the wool over your eyes that you just can't see that he stole from your daddy?
I
Yes.
don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Judge.
Well, you
this-
don't believe it. How do we know how much money was taken?
Ma'am, I keep my money in specific places.
Okay.
Depending on the denomination of the money.
Okay.
I'm very meticulous. I have an accounting background myself.
Okay.
I wrap my money in different rubber bands,
Okay.
colors, things of that
By the
nature,
amount.
and I keep a ledger.
And how did he even know about this place?
Well, I actually took him over there when he came to visit on a particular Sunday.
Right.
I wanted to assist so that my daughter could have a nice birthday.
Right.
So I took him into the room to talk to him man to man. I gave him the $2,500 out of a back cabinet that you saw him on video actually going into.
Right.
That's where I kept the small denominations.
What made you set up that nanny cam?
Because I noticed that some amounts of the money were missing. I would total it up off of my ledger
Right.
in certain areas, and including that back cabinet,
Right.
which is where I keep the smaller denominations of money.
And is
I
that
noticed it was
worth
getting smaller.
$4,700 at one time, or is this $4,700 over several periods?
Over about a 2-week span. ma'am.
Okay, now, but that particular time, how much did he take?
I couldn't tell you exactly. I know
Right.
the total is $4,700,
Right.
so it could have been after 2 or 3 visits.
Right. How many times did you take his money?
How many times?
Yeah, how many times?
Just that one time.
Yeah, everything's just one time with you.
Yeah.
Just that one time.
Yes, that one time. I think he's crazy. I just a nanny cam.
Right.
I mean,
Did he ever come and ask you for any money? Did he
course
ever
not.
come and ask you for any money?
No, never.
Okay. And for 5 years now, all you're doing is bartending. That's all you're doing when you got 2 children to take care of.
I mean-
What are you doing?
I'm an administrator.
You're an
Assistant,
administrator,
yes.
so y'all basically living off your money.
They're living off of my money.
No, we're living off of each other's money, Daddy.
Yeah.
What's going to happen after today, Daddy? Because you love this girl. I mean, I
That's
was a
correct.
daddy's girl. I know how that goes.
Yes.
But even my daddy would have put his foot down and said, I'm not helping no more.
Well, Your Honor, all due respect, if she wasn't my daughter and
Right.
loved her so much
Right.
and keeping the peace in the house between my wife and her, I'm making sure that they don't end up out on the street.
Right.
But in the same sense, it's getting to the point now where I just feel like I'm being used.
Right. Well, it seems like you are being used.
Yes.
You can't
And you
be
know
used
what?
when you're offering help,
Excuse
Dad.
me, ma'am. Excuse me. What did you say?
You can't be used if you're offering help.
Maybe you should stop offering help, Daddy. She's basically saying, we don't even need it, really. He keeps just offering. A husband's stealing from you. She basically says she's entitled. So you're going to continue being a fool for these two?
No. No, but I have 2 grandchildren that I need to consider as well.
Right.
You know, and if they're not handling the responsibilities.
Are you seeing them on a regular basis?
We're only seeing them on Sunday, and that's after the agreement that I made with him so that we could. They had stopped seeing us all together after I showed them the video.
Oh, right. Oh, I see.
Yes.
But now, so now do you see your grandchildren?
We've seen them the last 2 Sundays, and of course, after this became a case and we decided to take them to court, we have not seen them at all.
Right. Well, you may not see them today either. I mean, after today either. You understand that, right?
Yes, I do.
Are you prepared for that, Mama?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. My husband means well. Sometimes he goes a little bit overboard.
Well, I'm ready to rule. I believe he's shown sufficient evidence, and plus I believe you lied to me. And I believe you did take the money, $4,700. I don't know what this is going to do to your relationship. You're going to need some time to pay it? How much can you pay a week?
0.
Nothing.
We have to think about that, Daddy. You don't know what we have.
Okay, how much can we pay a week?
I think we can pay $600.
$600 a week?
Yeah.
I feel like I don't owe them nothing.
If they got that kind of extra, we'd have never been here to begin with.
Maybe you should stop giving them money, because they look like they banging over here. They don't even need your money. Your money is chump change. $600 a week right here.
Yes.
Okay, so the court's going to order that you're going to pay $4,700 at the rate of $600 a week starting 30 days from today. It is so ordered. Good luck to you.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the co-plaintiffs. The co-defendants are ordered to pay $4,700.
Justice was served today. About time. This is ridiculous. My family's been torn apart. There's a lot of tension in the family, all because somebody is taking advantage and using the hand and biting the hand that feeds them.
I felt the ruling was bogus. The old man is definitely a hater.